Hello again from Stephen Soley's world, and welcome back. Today, I'm going to discuss a little bit about how I feel about some of my friends or how they feel about me, and some of the family members and classmates, neighbors. I follow my hometown's activities on Facebook. There's a Facebook page they have of the town I grew up in. And I also follow some of the posts from people who are my neighbors now in the area where I now live. I grew up in a blue state, but in a very red area of the blue state. And I'm living in a red area of the blue state. I've noticed that looking at some of the comments made by friends, neighbors, classmates on certain subjects, certain topics. Whenever there is a discussion or announcement where the pride flag has been raised, or ICE has picked up a poor family, ICE has gone into a school and ripped the children out of the school, and their comments that appear are, there's a lot of, this is a shame, whatever, or supportive of the gay community, but there's an awful lot of people who are just making comments of pure hatred. When they put an emoji only, it's usually a laughing emoji. And it sort of disgusts me that how can people be so stupid? How can some people be so heartless? There was a controversy in my hometown about raising the gay flag, and oh my God, the number of people who were just deplorable comments was disgusting. And then lately, with the passing of Pope Francis, he was a good pope. I mean, I was raised a Catholic. I don't practice now, but he tried. I mean, he sort of was a real Christian. He taught love and acceptance, and especially of the marginal community, gay people, migrants, whatever. And he was a peaceful person. But if you look at the comments like Marjorie Taylor Greene, the poster child for anything hateful and disgusting and deplorable, she praised his death, saying that she's glad he went to hell. Or she said he's going to hell. And there are a lot of the MAGA followers going along the same. I can't wait to see what Trump will do at the funeral if he goes to make it all about himself, but that's a different story. But when I look back at the comments made, some of them are very hurtful because some of the comments were from my friends. There was a comment, there was, I guess, a Facebook post about referring to how Latinos with tattoos were deported to El Salvador. And the suggestion was that these far-right terrorists, like the Proud Boys or whatever, they should be deported too. And then a former classmate and friend of mine sort of agreed, but then he had to add BLM too. Black Lives Matter. Purely racist. And I got thinking, when I was growing up, I really wasn't sure I was gay. I mean, I had some idea, but I'm just thinking how, if my friends knew I was gay, how they would treat me. And then looking back, a lot of my friends, and I'm in contact with some of them, and some of them I lost all contact, but I was probably hated. I would have probably been ostracized if they knew I was gay. I'm sure I would. So began to wonder about my friends, my family. I have a couple of family members who are ultra MAGA racists, and some of my neighbors I know are. But since Trump came on the scene and MAGA became an acceptable movement, racists and bigots, haters, they were out in the open. They felt free to come out in the open. And, thanks to them, I can finally see who my friends really were and how my neighbors felt about me. And in a way, it bothers me, and in a way, it doesn't. I've only been, I think, to one high school reunion, the 50th anniversary, but I don't plan on going to any more. But when I was at that 50th anniversary, I still wondered, what are these people really thinking about me? And then, I think about my neighbors, what they really think about me. And I also feel that, if they accept me for who I am, that's fine. But then they vote for a person who would destroy my life, my marriage, whatever. So I guess as much as I hate MAGA and I hate Trump, at least they allowed me and many others like me to find out who their friends really are and expose the hate that's always been in this country. I don't remember us being this divided ever, but I believe that is the purpose of the MAGA movement, to divide, as they say, divide and conquer, and take back our country to a country where blacks have no rights, gay people have no rights, women have no rights, and people of color have no rights. So that is my bitch and moan for the day. Let's hope in the future that we do take the words of Pope Francis and take them to heart and accept our neighbors, our friends, as fellow human beings. Whether you're Christian or not, be human. So thank you for listening, and see you next time.